Why calm is the new manifestation. Welcome to the Self Concept Bestie podcast. I'm your host, Laura. How many of us keep on hearing about manifesting? We're going to manifest this. I'm going to manifest it. We've all been there. We hear it. I think it's a word that just gets chucked around. But we've been taught that manifestation comes from desire, emotion, intensity. But the biggest shifts in my life didn't happen when I wanted something badly. They happened when my body felt calm. Calm isn't passive. Calm is safety. Calm is authority. How many times does everybody, if you heard anybody online saying about, you have to be positive, you have to be upbeat because you attract what you are, who you are being. So it's gave us this false sense of security that we have to be happy all the time or we can't have what we want. We can't have what we desire because I'm not happy all the time. Oh no, I've had a day where I've not felt that great. That means that I won't be able to manifest what I want or I won't get that thing that I'm trying to get. It's not the intensity. So we build up this intensity and it's like almost you can be sort of in like a fight or flight mode. Have you ever been in any situation where you've been like really excited, really buzzing, and it's like your energy levels are up at a 10? That isn't something that we can sustain all the time as human beings. We have natural emotions. We're human. We're going to have days where we feel lower. We're going to have days where we feel absolutely amazing. But that doesn't mean to say that we can't have the things that we desire. We can't create a life that we want. So people think about these like emotional highs and these emotional lows. When you've got an emotional high, you're like, oh, great, I'm going to get what I want. Like, this is that. You feel great because there's none of that negativity into your body or in your brain kind of bringing you down. So you're feeling great. Right, I've got it. I'm already there. But then you get the lows. And then they're mistaking that for being in alignment because when you're high, you're in alignment. But when you're low, oh, well, not, I'm out of alignment now. What does that mean? I'm not going to get what I want. Oh, it's not going to work out. And then you start to doubt. Also, anxiety can sometimes be labelled as excitement. When your body is running on that kind of fight or flight, that anxiety, like, I need to have this. I want this. Oh my God, everything's going wrong. But actually, you're like, oh my God, no, it means I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited. Like, it's running. And I also want to talk about wanting vs needing. Biggest thing I want you to really sit with right now. If you have something, you can't want it. But if you want something, it means you don't have it. Manifesting is bridging that gap. Manifesting is letting go of the wanting and having the identity and being the person who already has that thing. So we're out of lack. We're not wanting anything because we're fulfilling that part of us that already has it. But if we're constantly doing that only on, I need to feel positive, I need to be high vibe, I need to be like running on this high energy all the time. If it shows up when you're activated and you're in that high vibe, it won't stay when you're settled down, when you're in the calm, when you're maybe having the days that aren't as great, aren't as positive. It goes back to what I was talking about in the last episode. Our nervous system. Our body, our brain creates our reality from who we believe that we are through the eyes of that person, through our perception. Just quick side note before I go into this. I want you to picture, it's the best way I always feel to explain it. You're sitting in a room with four other people. Somebody walks into the room and makes a statement to you all. Let's just say some sort of statement that could insult somebody. All five of you sitting there will react or respond differently through how your brain and nervous system perceive it. Our body will manifest familiarity. So if we keep on saying that nothing ever goes right, I'm unlucky, never win anything, it will keep on proving that to you. It will keep manifesting that into your reality. So when we can regulate our nervous system, we can become calm in the identity of the person who already has the thing that we are wanting, the thing that we desire. You feel calm in that. It's natural then for you to receive it. Almost can get to the stage where it's boring to receive it because that's normal for you. But when you're running on chaos, when you're running on that fight or flight, what does your brain create for you? It gives you more chaos. It gives you more things to trigger your body into that fight or flight. Your nervous system doesn't manifest what you want. It manifests what it recognises as being safe. So the identity shift, how do you do that? Like when I talk about the wanting, the needing, just ask yourself, if I'm just going to say girl because I am one, but whatever gender identity you align with, and use that. So if I am the girl who already has it, how does she move? How does she show up? What decisions am I making? Because that's the version of you who doesn't rush. The girl who expects good things to happen. The girl who knows that life happens for her and not to her. That when things are happening, we treat that as information and not as a personal attack. We start moving without urgency. Calm isn't waiting. Calm isn't wanting. Calm is knowing. That intuition that people talk about, that can sometimes just be anxiety and fear. And everybody will be like, I knew it, my intuition was right. But a lot of the times it's running in that chaos. It's running in that fear. It's running in that anxiety. So of course you're going to be right. But imagine if you know the good things are going to happen. The thing that you're manifesting, the thing that you desire. It's already yours. You know that. So when it comes, you'll be like, yep, knew that was coming. Because it works the same as how everything else does. We manifest everything in our life, every experience. But if we're running and we're always creating, our brain is used to chaos, it's used to fight or flight, it's used to running on anxiety, we create experiences that produce more of that. So when we're calm and we know, we produce more of the calm knowing. It starts to show us, actually, you are right. All the time your brain's going to tell you you're right, regardless of what it is that you're thinking. So if it's thinking the bad stuff, it's going to tell you you're right. if you know the good stuff, it's going to tell you you're right. So what are we telling our brains today? Who are we? What do we know to be true? What do we know is already ours? Sit with your nervous system, sit with your brain, listen to your thoughts. See what comes up. When you head in to the calm sense, when you start to move from being calm, when you are quote unquote manifesting, creating, whatever it is, whatever word you're wanting to use, and it's coming from a calm, knowing place, what changes? You start making better decisions. You're not firing off like from a wound or a fear, you're not reacting. You decide better. One of the biggest things for me that shifted is you've got less attachment to outcomes. Right now, what's happening? You already know what's yours. You already know what you're creating. So out here is just lagging. That's just like your old identity fading out at the minute. We don't need to attach ourselves to that and take that as that means it's the end. No, because that's not who we are anymore. If we were to look in the mirror and I've put my lipstick on and I've got it all over my teeth, I don't fight the mirror. I rub the lipstick off my teeth and the mirror reflects that back to me that my teeth are now clean. So you think about out here right now is just like that old lagging. It's just needing you to change, you to become calm, you to be in that knowing, in that identity, and the mirror will change. Everything then you see will change. Your intuition also starts to come from a place of calm. It's not from fear and anxiety. So what you'll find, and this is my own experience, the fear and the anxiety doesn't always necessarily go away. You know, it'll come in and it'll start and you can hear it. But when you've got a calm, regulated nervous system, you can sit and you'll be like, right, okay, is this what I know to be true? Is this who I am? And when you trust yourself with that intuition, you really listen, that fear and that anxiety loses its power and it quietens right down. And then naturally what happens is people and situations start responding differently to you. Because the things don't slip away when you're calm. Only what wasn't aligned does. Everything had to happen for you to be here right now. We can't change what's happened. It had to happen. It's happened. It's done. We can't change that. But we can change the version of ourselves going forward to be in that calm, to be in that knowing. And we don't have to accept this right now. We can change who we are at any moment. We can transform our identity at any time. And calm yourself down. Listen to yourself. Start trusting yourself. Start believing in yourself. So how do we access like this calm? Like what is it that we're going to do? Sorry, I was itching my nose there in case the mic went a bit funny. We need to start slowing our decisions down instead of forcing that clarity. Like what I mentioned in the last podcast, that over-explaining. We don't need to force somebody to see us. We don't need to force the mirror to change. We just need to be able to sit and listen to actually what our intuition is telling us, to be able to make the right decision, to be in that knowing, to create space before we react to situations and people. We don't have to react, we can sit and then we can respond. And we choose to regulate first before we look for reassurance from anyone else. We choose to regulate ourselves, our nervous system, our safety, and our brain before we go seeking the reassurance anywhere else. We sit with ourselves. What is it that Laura wants? What is it that Laura knows? Calm isn't something that we're going to go and find. It's something that we choose. It's something that we create within ourselves. Start being calm. Slow your body down. Listen to yourself. Start trusting that intuition. Start trusting who you are. Start trusting that you're creating the life that you desire. Manifestation becomes effortless when your body believes that it's inevitable. Calm isn't the absence of desire. It's the absence of fear. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, today was already an amazing day.